Hello viewers, you are highly welcome. Let's see how we can solve this differentiation problem, right? So if y equals 1 over 1 plus x, show that 1 plus x d square y over dx square plus 2 into bracket dy dx equals 0. So therefore, what are we going to do? Now from here, we are going to differentiate y, right, two times. The first, we have first derivative, which is dy dx, right, and dy dx given y to be this. So dy dx, I'm going to write this in this form, like y is same thing as 1 plus x into bracket minus 1. So that is my y. I can write it in this form, right? I don't want to use quotient rule here, so I will write it in this form. So therefore, I'm going to be having dy dx. Taking the dy dx, this minus 1 will come down. You have minus 1 multiplying, repeat everything inside the parentheses, 1 plus x. Then we have minus 1, remove minus 1 from the one up there, then multiplying, differentiate x here. So I mean differentiate with respect to x, this inside the parenthesis, that's going to give us 1. So therefore we have dy dx to be minus 1 plus x, then minus 1, that's going to give us minus 2. So 1 times everything, so we're going to have this. So we have dy dx to be equals what? To be equals minus 1 plus x, parenthesis, raised to power minus 2. So now we look for the d square y dx squared according to what we have here, right? So now for this, I'm going to differentiate this. The same thing I did, I will pick this minus 2 to multiply this. Minus 2 multiplying this one, so it's going to change to positive. We have into bracket 1 plus x, then remove 1 from minus 2, we're going to have minus 2 minus 1. So therefore everything is going to be 2 into bracket 1 plus x minus 2 minus 1, that's going to give us minus 3. So we have d square y over dx squared to be this, right? So now what we need to do now is that we now come here, d square y dx squared plus 2 d dx then equals 0. So now we want to see that if we plug in this and this, dy dx and d square y dx square, if you plug it inside this, what is it going to give us, right? So I'm going to be having 1 plus x. Now d square y over dx square can be written as this, is the same thing as this, and we're going to have 2 multiplication, the 2 will be here, multiplying 1 plus x into bracket, we have to power minus 3 plus 2 into bracket dy dx is this, minus, right, multiply by 1 plus x, then minus 2. So we want to see whether this is going to give us 0. So if we simplify this and give us 0, so it means this satisfies, right? So now we can have 1 plus x. Now according to this, so if you have x to power minus 1, the same thing as 1 over x from the law of indices. So we are going to have this one to be multiplied by 1 over what? 1 over 1 plus x to the power of 3, then plus 2 into bracket. Now look at this minus will affect this one, it will change to what? It will change to negative 2, then 1 over, this will be 1 plus x all squared. Are you getting it? So we're going to have 1 plus x divided by everything multiplied by 1, then we have 1 plus x all squared. We can split this in this form, right? Minus 2 times 1, we have 2 over 1 plus x, then all to the power of 2. So now from here we can see that this 1 plus 1, we cancel this 1 plus 1, so we have 2 all over 1 plus x all squared minus 2 over 1 plus x all squared. So according to what we have here, you can see that this is the same thing, this and this are the same thing. So it's like having a minus a. and that will give us 0. 1 minus 1, that will give us 0. So automatically this minus this will give us 0. So which means provided that dy dx, that is, this is y. So if you find dy dx, we find the square dy, this square y over dx squared again, and we'll plug it, we plug them into this equation. So we're going to have it to be equal 0, and that is what they asked us to prove. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the class, kindly share to your colleagues so they can learn from it. Bye bye.